Say hello, everyone. Hello. So we're going to do a reading vlog. I didn't text right now, though. So we're not going to do a line now. Oh, I gotta sit. I gotta sit with this. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's video. So I'm super excited. This is the first video that I'm going to be doing here on my channel, and it's going to be a reading vlog. And the idea behind this video is that we are going to read this book together, and then at the end, when I'm done, I'm going to share my thoughts on it and whether I would recommend it, and just give any little tidbits of information that I think are worth sharing. So I'm super excited to be doing this kind of video. I think the book cover is so cute. I did start it yesterday, so I'm about probably halfway through, somewhere in there, and so far really enjoying it. But yeah, so I figured we would read this together and then talk about it afterwards. So let's get reading. If you enjoyed all things book-related content, then make sure you hit that like button and subscribe button down there so that you don't miss out on any future book content that I may come out with. Well, not may, but will come out with, such as book hauls, reading vlogs, journal vlogs, shop with me, anything book-related. I want to share it with you guys and grow a community here on YouTube. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on future book content. Thank you so much for your support. It means the world to me. So, thank you. Alright, let's get into it. Okay, so Benny, we were like right here. But I'm gonna start right here. Okay, so I have to get ready for work now, but I can't believe the timing is right when things are starting to get serious in the book. Like, I need to call out. I have to finish this book. I have to know what happened. But say that's gonna have to wait because we cannot call out. We have to go to work, even though we want to really bad. So the update is going so well. The book is really good, and I need to keep reading to find out what happened, because I'm like at the most pinnacle point in the whole book, I feel like, and I don't know, man, it's gonna get really good, I have a feeling. So I need 5:30 to get here ASAP. So that is the update as of right now, and I just, oh, this book is so good. It's so good, Bobby. And what are you doing? You trying to be Logan right now? Are you Logan? Anyway. But yeah, so I will check in with you guys tonight, and we are going to try and finish the book tonight, because like I said, I really need to know how it ends. So we will get there. But we're gonna go work now, and then hopefully it'll go right back, and then you can find us right back in this spot. So yeah. So alright, I'm just rambling now. I will see you later. Good morning, everyone. So it is the next day. I took a pause on reading last night because I wanted to spend time with Bryce, but I am near the end of the book, so I'm so excited because we are going to finish this book, and then we are going to do a review / wrap up and just talk about my thoughts and everything about this book. So I'm going to go finish. I'm going to do a time lapse of me reading, and then we will talk about it. So let's get into the book. So we are going to finish. We only have, literally this much left. So probably not even that much. But I'm so excited to see how this book ends. I am eating it up. So let's go ahead and finish this book. This book was so good. I just finished. Oh my gosh. I really didn't want it to end. So I have a lot of thoughts on this. Number one, I really liked how in this book they made the female main character have real life problems, but it wasn't to the point where she was completely a mess and completely broken and she needed, someone to fix her, and, how some romance novels, I feel like, I haven't read too many, but sometimes they turn me off because, it's like the guy comes in and, completely fixes everything, in her life, or they make it seem like that. But I really related to this book because before she even met the main male character, Logan, she had most of her life figured out. Obviously, you don't know everything that's going to happen in life, and sometimes you are thrown into a new situation and you have to kind of figure it out. But she didn't let that new situation completely overtake her life and just make her into this, chaotic, I don't know who I am anymore kind of person. And I think it's really cool how we got to kind of go through her evolving into this new person because she did move to Dream Harbor. It was just, her character development was very strong, but also very grounded, if that makes sense. And very, relatable in a way, because she moved to a new area. When you move to a new area, you sometimes want to let go of some bad habits or some different things who you were when you lived in a different area, and it's kind of like moving to a new area is a fresh start. They really highlighted that in the book. Lauren really highlighted that feeling in the book, but in a very positive, relatable way, and I really, really love that about this book, because I recently just moved myself, and so of course when you're starting fresh, you want to maybe incorporate some new habits, or you want to become a better version of yourself, or at least work on it. But the thing I loved the most was because she worked so hard in her previous job and she knew the good skills that she had of being organized and timely and efficient, she carried those into this cafe that she was given by her aunt. She kept those skills up to where it made it very easy for her to run the cafe, even though she had no experience doing it. But because she had those skills from working in the workplace, she was able to kind of find her groove and get in the groove of things and be very successful at it. So I loved everything about this book. A quick summary, real quick, about this book. Jeannie is new to Dream Harbor. Her Aunt Dot gifted her the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and then she went to go on vacation in the Caribbean and basically left Jeannie to decorate the shop and open it for the fall season. And Norman, who is the cafe manager, he is there to also help and guide Jeannie. Well, in the first few days of being there, there's different things that keep going on at the cafe and outside the cafe. And so she is curious about this noise. And so she's like trying to figure it out on her own. And then on Thursday, the delivery of the local fruits and vegetables comes early in the morning, and she gets a knock on the door. Well, it's this super handsome farmer, Logan, and he is the only farmer in Dream Harbor, and he is there to drop off gourds, I think they're called, or pumpkins, a better term for it. And he does it every year so that they can decorate the shop for fall time. And so he's there, and he's like super grumpy, like he just wants to get this delivery done, but Jeannie has really caught his eye. And so he kind of like talks to her a little bit. She talks his ear off and just tells him like so many different things. And he is very intrigued by her. And so she tells him about the noises she's been hearing, and so he invites her to the town hall because the Dream Harbor town is super small. All these people have basically grown up with each other, and they all know one another. They all know their business. And so he says that, they'll probably be able to help you figure it out. And so she goes to the town hall. He said that he's going to go, and typically he never goes. So that right there tells you, he's got some interest towards her. And so, but he's trying to keep it like super chill and like, I'm just being a friendly neighbor type deal. And so they go to the town hall. She meets all of his friends, and there's Hazel, Annie, and then there's Jacob and the book club ladies and all this stuff. So she meets everybody in the town. They all like her, and Logan's just like a big grump the whole time. And then the story goes on, and basically they do like a hideout in the cafe, her and Logan, to try and figure out what that noise is that she keeps hearing. But there's not really any luck until they figure out that it was just a cat. It was just a cat outside. And that's who was making all the noises and causing all the ruckus. And so anyway, Logan at that point in time has kind of formed this attraction deeper to Jeannie, but he had a previous really bad relationship, and it kind of blew up in front of him, in front of the whole town last Christmas. And so he's kind of been scarred ever since to get back into a relationship. And, the town is very protective over Logan. And so they just know that he's had a hard time, and they're very protective over him. So as he's falling for Jeannie, he's also being very guarded and protective of himself and his feelings. And so they kind of take you through this journey to where he's fighting the urges to be with her. She really likes him, thinks he's super cute, super good looking, and all the stuff, and she wants to be with him, but he's basically sending mixed signals. And so they kind of just keep hanging out and keep bonding, and they go to the fall festival together, and then, he comes up with the idea that maybe they can have a relationship, but they'll keep it kind of under wraps so that the ladies in the town won't find out and be all up in their business. And so she agrees and thinks that's a fine idea because she wants to take it slow, because the women have already told her about the relationship that he had in the past. So she already had kind of an idea of what happened, but she doesn't want to outright ask him, so she's waiting for him to just tell him. So anyway, fast forward, they take it slow, they take it easy. He gets all up in his head about the whole situation, and because Jeannie hasn't fully unpacked yet, he thinks she's gonna up and leave, because that's basically how his last relationship ended. And so he thinks she's gonna not stay, it's just a phase, she's only passing through. And so he gets all up in his head and basically shuts it down, oh, we shouldn't be doing this. He's not giving the actual reason why, he's just hinting around it. So she gets mad, they kind of don't see each other for a week, and then his friends come over because he hasn't come into town for a whole week. And so Annie and Hazel, who he grew up with, they go over to his house. They're siblings, basically. And they kind of lay out all the facts of why he's acting the way he's acting, and this is what he should do, and he needs to basically let the past go because it's getting in the way of his future type deal. And so finally he just has this realization after they leave that he's standing in his own way of being with Jeannie. And so he gets up the next morning, he goes to her cafe, and it's a busy rush hour morning, and he goes in there and he declares his love for her, basically. And it was so romantic and so sweet. And then she pulls him into the back break room because there's people getting their morning coffee, and she doesn't want to do this in front of everyone. And so then they have a private moment. He tells her everything, and then they kind of make up, and it's super cute. And then they just continue on with their relationship, and the book ends with her fully unpacking her apartment with all of her friends over, helping her unpack and get settled. And I just think this book is the sweetest book. This is going to live rent-free in my mind for a very long time because it's so good. The writing was so good. The author, the way she tells the story is so good. It's so clear. It's so relatable. The whole perspective from Logan's point of view, from Jeannie's point of view, everything is just so relatable, and you can see it so clearly. The romance was so good because it wasn't a lot of romance where you're what did I just read? Did anybody else read that? But it's also no romance too. It's just the perfect balance of romance, sweet, spicy. Oh, I just ate this book up. I ate it up. I read it in less than a day in time. I spread it out over multiple days. Honestly, because I didn't want it to end, but also because I had to work and all that. But this book had me sucked in. And if this is on your fall to be read list, yes, read it right now. Stop whatever book you are reading and go read this book. It is so good. So anyway, that is my summary of the book, review on the book. I cannot rave about it enough. And I really want you all to read it because you have to experience the happiness of this book that it gives you as a reader. And I am so excited this is the first one in the series, I guess. But next I'm going to read, I think I saw right here, hold on. I think it's the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. So I happened to just pick that up because it was fall inspired, but that's actually the second book in the series. So I cannot wait to read this next book to the series because this is just the cutest thing ever. It makes me so happy thinking about it, honestly. Like, I can't stop smiling. And it was so, like, there was so many sweet, tender moments that I kind of, like, teared up about. And then there were also just good, like, lighthearted moments as well. The romance in this was good. It wasn't, like, over the top to where you were just, like, what did I just read? But it wasn't, like, none to where you were like, oh, this is, like, not giving romance, you know? It was, like, just the perfect combination, in my opinion. So, anyway, if you can't tell, I really, really love this book. Definitely go pick this up. Go read it. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for joining me for this first reading vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe so you don't miss more reading vlogs and bookstore tours and hauls and all kinds of reading content here on this channel. So, thank you again for joining me, and thank you for watching. Bye!